Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to call out Yahbashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, the ones to the apostles and elders of great millstone of well. Peace, blessings, salutations to hopefully tell you brothers out to pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Shalom, tell you brothers stay strong, pushing anyways. This isn't really going to be a lesson. This is going to be more of an update, which I'm pretty sure you already heard that out there in Britain, they're having fuel shortages. So now, what they're thinking about is they want to send the military, okay, and they want to set up the military as the individuals that you go get your fuel from, okay. And this, as I started reading this, I started thinking, what if they start doing this with food, with anything you need, right? If you want to go get fuel, if you want to go get food, if you want to go get clothing or whatever, you're gonna have to go to these different military posts or different National Guard outposts or whatever, and you have to get your shit from them. Okay, I could actually see that happen, and they could actually use the military, and pretty much if you want to go get something, the military could ask you, look, if you have your Beetlejuice, okay, how many Beetlejuice stabs do you have up in you? Do you have two? Do you have your third one? Okay, and now they're talking about people got to get the fourth Beetlejuice, right? So they could actually use the military in that capacity to where, okay, they're gonna ask you, okay, if you want food, if you want more fuel, you got to show us your Beetlejuice card, okay, and let us know how many Beetlejuice jabs you have up in you. And if you don't have any, guess what? They're gonna kick you out the line. Okay, so shit, hey, these people are gonna have control of all your food, which they already do, of course. Esau, they already have control of it, but it's gonna come to a point that you're gonna have to have the Beetlejuice and ultimately the MOTB, which is the RFID chip. You're gonna have to have it up in you to survive. Yeah, like the scripture says, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get it. All right, there's a book of Revelation, um, Revelation 13, verse 16, and it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which that mark represents the MOTB, which is the RFID chip. So he's going to cause all, meaning everybody in the world, not just out there. Okay, I believe what's happening out there in Britain is just a prelude to what's going to happen here in America, what's going to happen out there in the other parts of the world. Okay, so this is going to be a worldwide event as well, where there's going to be fuel shortages, there's going to be food shortages, uh, you know, things that you need to survive, right? Is going to be a shortage of everything. So I believe they're going to be using the militaries and the National Guards to provide people with that, but they're going to have the MOTB, the RFID chip, and they're going to have the Beetlejuice up in them if you want to receive these things. Okay. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Exactly. So you won't be able to buy any of these things that you need to survive unless you have this MOTB, this RFID chip, and the Beetlejuice. Okay, but the main one is the RFID chip, the MOTB. So these devils, they're gonna use the militaries, the National Guards. Okay, and then it's gonna come to a point to where if you don't have these things, they're gonna grab you up, they're gonna throw you in a concentration camp, they're gonna throw you in a FEMA camp, a prison camp, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and you won't be able to leave until you receive these things, until you get the Beetlejuice, and especially the MOTB. Unless you get these things up in you, then uh you know then you won't be able to do nothing. You're gonna be stuck up in there. Okay, so this is what they're gonna use. They're gonna use the military to scare the people to receive these things. Okay, so I see this as a prelude. It says British military on standby to deploy trucks and drivers amid fuel supply shortage, blamed on panic buying. It says the British Army could soon deploy its own fuel tankers to fill major logistics gap caused by a lack of lorries and drivers, with some patrol stations running dry in some areas as deliveries have all but ground to a halt. You see, and you people got to think about this. Why the fuck they got to use the military for this? Can't they just send some aid workers, right? Can't but no, it always now if you notice, every time there's a food shortage or something like that, they always got to send the military now. You see, because there's a sinister plan behind that. Okay. So this was coming to America. This was coming to other parts of the world. Okay, this ain't just a Britain problem. There's gonna be a worldwide problem. Okay. So prepare for different militaries, your national guards to control everything. And unless you have certain things that I mentioned, like the Beetlejuice and the MOTB especially, which is an RFID chip, then you won't be able to buy or sound none of these things. Okay. And even when it comes to the cell part, okay, you won't be able to establish. Let's say you have you had a business, you won't be able to run your business back up unless you have these things. So they're in complete control of everything now, unless you take these things, and that's how you control the people. That's how you control the population. Okay, and these devils they've been doing a good job. Okay, which really this power that they have right now, it's given from them, or it's given to them from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, so that's why we're not supposed to be afraid. We're not supposed to be scared, because we know who ultimately is in control of this situation on the left-hand side. Okay, we know that the Most High is using Esau to do these things. Okay, so we have nothing to worry about. We have nothing to be afraid of, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is in control of everything on the right-hand side and on the left-hand side. Okay, but anyways, with that, I'm going to say, call out Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Bashim Makakudash. Till next time, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, I'm going to say shalom.